Hughie Fury, since signing to Matchroom, his first fight will be against Alexander Povetkin. Now, I was surprised, people. I was surprised because obviously I thought he would. I thought the move to Matchroom was smart. Eddie's really where he's at in England in terms of heavyweights, in terms of getting good fights. He's got Joshua, he's got White. Well, he's got White at the moment. We don't know what happened with the drugs and stuff, but Hughie Fury vs Povetkin is a very good fight. I mean, that could be its own. I mean, I know they're going to be on the undercard of Luke Campbell vs Lomachenko, but they could have their own card. It's that good of a fight. It's a truly 50-50 fight, and out of all the fights I've been breaking down recently, this one I found the hardest to make a prediction because it's a very, very, very hard fight to call. Very hard fight. And I think we've got to give Hughie Fury credit because really he's building up a good resume. He's fought Joseph Parker, he's fought Pulev, he's gone to Bulgaria. Dillian White didn't want to go to Bulgaria. Jared Miller didn't want to go to Bulgaria. He's really pushed himself. He's had a world title shot. He's young, he's 24. So we're gonna really find out in this fight if he's really world level because he needs to beat Povetkin if he wants to go to world level. We're not talking European. We're not talking British, we're not talking we're talking world level. Now, I'm gonna assess both Povetkin and Fury's last performances, and we're gonna go into the road to victories, and then obviously we're gonna go into who I feel is gonna win and my prediction. So Alexander Povetkin, his last fight was obviously against Anthony Joshua, the 22nd of September 2018. So it's basically been a year layoff, which I think is possibly going to affect Povetkin. It depends what he's been doing in the layoff. If he's been training, putting in the work, and he's in shape and he's still okay, then maybe it won't affect him. But we've got to look at the circumstances. We've got to look at who he fought. So he fought Anthony Joshua for 4 of the 5 belts. He got knocked down pretty bad, and he's 39 years of age. Has he got the hunger and the ambition to really get into another fight? After a year layoff, he's made a lot of money against Joshua. He's fought basically, arguably the best in the division at the time when he fought Joshua. What is left? He's fought Klitschko. He's been around a long time. He's quite old now, 39. What is left? I mean, we got to see because all of this is speculation. I don't know, but these are the kind of things you've got to look into when making a prediction and thinking about how Povetkin mentally is going to come into this fight. He showed good movement against Joshua. Obviously gave Joshua problems in the first few rounds, rocked him, wobbled him, showed good counter punching. The left hook was sharp and crisp. And Povetkin is a seasoned fighter. He's what you call a seasoned fighter. He knows how to show a decent double jab. He's got a decent chin. He's got good movement. He's got his legs probably not the same as they used to be, so he can't move around the ring as much, which I think is going to be crucial in this fight. But he can definitely hurt Hughie Fury. No doubt about that. Povetkin has the power to hurt Hughie Fury, no problem. But obviously in the Joshua fight, one thing about Povetkin that I had to say was he showed his age. He got tired. He second after the fight, he got tired. He got stopped in, was it the 7th or 8th? He got stopped in the 7th. He got rocked, dropped, and finished. And the body shots was what brought it to that. Don't get it twisted. Joshua lowered his left arm. He had the jab to the body, and then he went back to the head, and that's what broke down Povetkin. The body shots were breaking him down. And when you get older, somebody who's like Hughie Fury is going to be moving around a lot and going to make you work. Will Povetkin's stamina be a problem in this fight? Because we both know Hughie Fury has gone the distance many times. If anything, he goes the distance too much. He doesn't know how to stop fighters. But we know Hughie Fury can go the distance like that. He's fit, and he will make... And he's awkward to catch clean, Hughie Fury. So it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm really intrigued about this fight, There's a lot of unknowns because, again, has Povetkin been partying, living the life and spending his AJ money in the last year? Or has he been in camp training to fight another top 5 heavyweight and is ready? Because Povetkin's probably thinking his level's above Hughie Fury. He's fought Klitschko. He's only lost to Klitschko and Joshua. Hughie Fury's lost to Kubrat Pulev. And if Kubrat Pulev and Povetkin had a fight, who would you say would win? Do you get what I'm saying? So there's depending on it's going to be an interesting fight. That's what we can say. Povetkin is a much smaller guy. Hughie Fury's 6'6", Povetkin's 6'2". So that's not going to be a big problem because Povetkin's fought a lot of tall guys. He fought Price before. He fought Joshua, and he's obviously fought Christian Hammer, he's fought Klitschko. So I don't think that's going to be a big of a deal, but obviously he's have to try and get in the inside, and Fury's a good mover, so it should be an interesting fight. Obviously, Hughie Fury's last performance was against Samuel Peter, an ancient Samuel Peter, which, you know, he looked terrible in, to be honest. He couldn't even get Samuel Peter out of there. You know, he needs to, and I know Peter Fury's been saying this, he needs to be more aggressive. He keeps doing this little thing where he's happy to move around and be defensive and be neat and nimble. Did it against Parker. He's always having these close fights where he's moving around. He needs to put it on a fight. He needs to show his jab, especially he's got the reach advantage in this fight. He's got to show his youth. He's got to show his legs. He's got to move around, be aggressive, push Povetkin back, hit him to the body and lock. That's going to be very important to get in the win. You know, he's had 2 big fights. He's fought for a world title. And Hughie is the fresher guy. He's got the momentum. Okay, he KO'd Chris Norrad before he fought Sam Peter. He got the win against Sam Peter, so he's got a bit of momentum. He's ready. He's fresh, and I feel like this is Hughie Fury's opening party. He needs this win. You know, he needs this win. I think Povetkin will be favourite because of his pedigree, and just because, you know, he is in terms of what he's done. He's shown that he can be the better fighter. But I do believe that it's going to be a tough fight. It's not going to be an easy fight for either man. In terms of the road to victory for both guys, Hughie Fury's going to have to use movement, you know, which he always does, but I think he's going to have to use extra movement, because if Povetkin can get in the inside and hurt him, it's going to be interesting. You know, no one's really been able to hurt Hughie Fury properly because he's so hard to get hit clean, because he's so defensively minded. But if he makes a mistake, don't get me twisted. If Povetkin lands on his whiskers, he will go down. If Povetkin can get him right hit on the chin, he's going down. He's going to have to use a jab. Remember, Hughie Fury's got a longer reach. He's got to kind of move and jab, kind of army shuffle while he's moving around. Jab him to the face, hurt Povetkin. Jab him to the body. The body work is crucial. I can't stress this. Povetkin is so vulnerable to the body. He's been out a year. You know, that was one of the reasons AJ stopped him, was he left foot to the body and left foot to the head. And I think Hughie Fury's going to have to do a lot of good body work to slow Povetkin down. Because Hughie Fury doesn't mind going long. I think Povetkin's best shot is to end this fight in the first 5-6 rounds. If it goes past 6 rounds, Hughie Fury has to hit the body as much as he can, slow Povetkin down, and if he can, force a stoppage or just bash him up for the 12 rounds. We'll see. And he has to make this a high-paced fight, because Hughie Fury's got good stamina. Is Povetkin's stamina that good? At 39 years old, was it even good when he was in his peak? You know, you can argue it. So I think he has to make this a high-paced fight and really make Povetkin work, because he's an old man. So old men like to use their feet and work. So that's what Hughie Fury's got to do. In terms of Povetkin, he's got to put pressure. He's got to make sure that he's up in Hughie Fury's chest. Don't get me twisted. Povetkin can box. Don't get twisted. He can box, but I think his best shot is to really get in Hughie Fury's chest. You know, rough him up, hit to the body, hit to the head, and just make this an ugly, a bit like Pulev kind of did. I mean, Pulev was kind of showing a sharp jab and kind of moving and digging out, but I feel like if Povetkin wants to get the stoppage, he has to get up and close. He's got to throw the left hook quickly. He needs to get in the inside, show combinations, and be the aggressor. He needs to be in the middle of the ring, dictating the pace, dictating the fight. Make it slow, make it quick, come in, come out, and really put it on Hughie Fury. That's what Povetkin's got to do, because it's going to be a tough fight. Let's not get it twisted. I'm looking forward to this fight. It's going to be on the 31st of August. So it's coming in a couple of weeks. My prediction is going to be I was torn between this prediction because I wasn't too sure. I'm really not too sure about this fight. It could go either way. But my head is telling me a Hughie Fury win. And if I'm going to be specific, I'm going to say 10th round stoppage. Povetkin's got a good chin, but for some random reason, I feel like in the 10th, Hughie Fury will stop him in the 10th. It's just my prediction. So Hughie Fury to knock Povetkin down or stop him, whatever it is, in the 10th round, in a very, very, very close, tough fight, I believe it's going to be. And if it does go the distance, I think Hughie Fury could edge it, or Povetkin can edge it. It's going to be a tough fight. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this fight. I'm looking forward to it, and it's a good fight. I'm out.